Alright, and we should be back. Hello again, everybody. Yeah, first stream disconnected, so just going to have this new one set up here. Just gonna have this be the part 2, and yeah, we'll wait for people to join back in, and then we can continue the conversation straight from the last stream. I know I saw something up there about the Engage Gundams, so hello, Okami. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for Willie to come back so we can continue the conversation we want about the Engage Gundams. So, yeah, we'll give it a bit here before we start going back into everything. I'm now in first place. Well, at least it happened at the end of the match. I mean, I guarantee you I probably still got some type of thing for that I'm willing to wager. Yeah, I somehow still got a caution for that even though it was at the very end of the match.
I handle pilot sorties for the whole camp. Making preparations for sortie.
Better than nothing. Yeah, I don't know how I still got penalized. Even though, actually, oh yeah, why did it penalize me? It still has the Gustav call up here. Yeah, like, it literally has a change I made to the loadout, so it did save the game during that time. That's actual BS. I don't understand how that happened. Okay, well, we'll go play Gustav call again at 700. GBO2 just being dumb, yeah. Alright, Willie, so I saw you mention something with the Engage Gundams and, like, you know, like keeping the game UC. So, we'll just ignore the GBO2 weirdness and we'll just go back to what you were saying in the last part of the stream. We'll just go back to that. But yeah, that is definitely very weird. I don't know why it still penalized me. Sure. Yeah, let's go. Let's just completely ignore that happened and go back to the conversation. It's like asking for that. Yeah, I saw part of it and it was like, yeah, I think you said like asking to keep the game UC only is like asking for like the Engage Gundams. Like asking for more of those. Which, hey, personally I wouldn't mind, but yeah, I definitely know a lot of people were against that idea. Which feels very weird, because, like, you know, we still could have gotten a bunch of Hazel variants, so I feel like it wouldn't be too different from that, but yeah, whatever. I know that some take issue with being for a lot of that. Yeah, I've seen that before with, like, yeah, when it comes to the Engage variants, like, just them adding all of them. Oh yeah, we're not bloating the roster up, yeah. Which, hey, again, I wouldn't mind seeing more of the Engage Gundam variants. I mean, honestly, I feel like the only two Engage Gundam variants I even want in the game, honestly, are like... I want the Engage Hama. I think the Engage Hama definitely, even if the CR6 has like 4 variants leaked. I think if they want to put any version of the Engage Gundam in, I feel like Engage Hama definitely deserves a chance, because, I mean, that kind of would just be like a lower cost Hama Hama. And I don't really like playing the base Hama Hama like that, so I would not mind having another version that I might like playing a bit more. But, I wouldn't mind getting that, and then, like, the armor, the Plan A armor, for the Engage Gundam. I really like that one as well, but if I really added all of them, it would kind of just bloat the game. It makes sense because I feel like the Hazels already, and I feel like you really don't hear players complain about the Hazel.
The enemy's captured a beacon.
Even the Hazen Fleet 2 can be another one. Not the VA 2, but just 2. That rocket didn't hit? That looked like that actually connected. That's weird. Oh no, please, get back up. I'm trying to go after this Gustav call. There's no way they have busters left. And I find myself alone. I didn't connect. I feel like so many of these attacks should have connected, but they just aren't. Oh, like that tackle? Okay, that did not register, unfortunately.
The mobile suit has been destroyed.
The good news is that the network is working, but I'm not risking you disconnecting.
Shake it off. Select your redeployment now. We've lost an allied unit. The enemy's captured a beacon. See you soon. We've lost an allied unit. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
I wonder what the overall opinion in this game are when it comes to like repetitive suits, because like again, I feel like I've never heard anybody really complain about the Hazels too much, but I know when they were releasing a lot of like Zetas, like I know there was like some complaints about that, like we were just getting a bunch of like Zeta variants.
We've lost an allied unit. Enemy mobile suit destroyed.
I hate the meta suit. Well, I'm not even necessarily to like the meta suit specifically, but just like, you know, like just in general, like just repetitive suits. The most would is the GBO2 chord with AOZ anyway. I know GBO2 Reddit, I've seen it a couple times where people complained about like, oh, like we're just, you know, like they could be adding all these interesting suits, but we're just gonna get our like 5th version of the Zeta or like something else. For some reason I think the Gym was also thrown in that mix, which is like the Gym is a mass production suit, of course there'd be a bunch of variants of it. So I don't really see what the complaint there is. What's your move? What's your move? Oh no, that heavy staggers. Since they hate most modern UC suits from what I've seen, I saw someone complain over the fact that they would have had so many Strike Gundams. Small mobile suits are a pain to fight against. When it's like, bro, we have a lot of the Zeta, what is okay? Yeah, we have a lot of Zetas. I don't get I mean, I get AOZ is not everyone's cup of tea, but I do see it get kind of like a bit of backlash in the GBO2 community, which feels just kind of weird.
Don't give up.
Especially since I feel like
Lost an allied unit.
many of the Advance of Zeta designs that we've been getting in-game really aren't even like the most recent ones. So it does feel very weird that that's like something they complain about, but I've also seen it too, where like they'll complain about like the new designs, which really just seem to be a trend with recent Gundam in general, where like it seems like a lot of just recent designs get like bashed immediately.
See you soon. The enemy's captured.
Where the Rezeon suits? Yeah, some of the Rezeon stuff would be like cool to get. Oh, that's our teammate. I thought that was an enemy. I can get AOZ because, yeah, like AOZ I understand because it is not for everybody. It's definitely one of those things, it's a vibe, but like, again, it just feels like in GBO2, like it gets quite a bit of backlash.
Minutes to go. Bases are now more valuable for this mission. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
And then, like, on top of that, when you look at, like, even the newest Gundam stuff, like, you know, I don't need to have this discussion again that UC Engage gets a lot of hate for many of its designs. Requiem for Vengeance, when that came out, a lot of people were not happy with the designs of, like, the Gundam EX and the Zaku's. G-Quux is another one I feel like, you know, we've kind of seen that one get... that one also got a lot of stuff for it too. So it's certainly not anything new. I've just kind of grown used to it, honestly.
An enemy base. This op's got 1 minute to go. Don't give up now.
Also the stupid maneuver armor skill. Come on, what are you gonna do? Boom! Get the counter! On the ground.
Enemy mobile suit destroyed.
It's been a running trend that is like sad, really. It honestly is, and like I don't understand. I really don't understand why it's been so prominent now compared to like other times. I mean, maybe I've just recognized it more now compared to the past, but really, in just again, like in recent times, it just seems like a lot of like just the newer stuff when it comes to like designs and everything just gets bashed so quickly. Like it doesn't even really get the chance half the time.
Lost this one.
Nostalgia is a hell of a drug. But then like, yeah, but like at the same time, like you have like people, I know there's people who complain about the Turn A. Like the Turn A designs, the G-Self. People don't like the G-Self either. So yeah. Wait, I beat my rival.
Here are this battle's rewards.
Those were like the older ones. But yeah, like, yeah, those were like, I feel like that's like the patient zero of like all this. But like, yeah, like it was not as frequent as this, yeah. Like I feel like honestly, I feel like every new Gundam media that we have gotten recently has gotten some type of like backlash. The G-Witch hate. Honestly, I don't think I've heard too much about. I know there were people who did not like Witch from Mercury, but I don't think I've heard it as bad in comparison, but like it would be up there too. I feel like I have heard like some stuff about that. Not as much from what I have seen, but I could be, you know, missing something. But yeah, it's like it's so weird and like I don't know, like I don't get it. I really don't get it. And the reason I don't get it too is because Gundam over the years has had so many interpretations, so many styles, so many plot lines, so many characters, so many mobile suits, so many things, so many different types of media, so many different things that are just different from each other. Like, you can look at like the original series, you can look at Seed, you can look at Wing, look at G Gundam. You know, you can look at all of them. They're all still Gundam, but they're all very different from each other. And it's like, you know, like those series are popular. Like they, you know, like yeah, you still have people who hate Seed and Wing and things like that. I wouldn't even be surprised if there are people who hate UC and prefer the AU stuff over it. But, like, again, it just feels so weird that now, of all times, like, even if it's not, like, it just feels so weird that Gundam has had such a long history full of so many changes and interpretations that I just don't get it. And like there are some people who have some very valid criticisms, like, you know, maybe you didn't like the newest thing. Gundam is an evolving franchise, but the moment things are different, it gets hate for being new. Like, come on. And see, here's the thing. I have to bring up UC Engage with this, because this absolutely ticks me off when it comes to what I've been in discussions when it comes to mobile suit designs. When it comes to UC Engage, people will complain about the new designs and say they are ugly, but then you show them the Magnum Martel and then they'll be like, oh, it's just a recolored mass production Kublai. So, like, what do you even want anymore? You complain when there's new designs because you say they're ugly, but then when there's a design that is very similar to something we've had before, you complain about it because it's supposedly lazy design. Like, what are we even doing right now? Like, what are we even doing right now? I don't get that. UC Engage is like UC very much a lot of the time, so I don't know what it is you are looking at. Well, exactly! That's the thing, that's what I don't get. Like, again, like, when it comes to the Magna Martel, like, I've heard people write it off just because it's like, oh, it's just a Kublai with a, Dresden axe. But then again, like, you show somebody any of the other UC Engage designs, like, I've heard people say that they think the Engage Zero and the Engage Gundam are ugly designs. So it's like, you hate the new stuff, but you hate the stuff that's based off existing designs. That, like, that's what I just kind of mean. Like, it just feels like, you know, yeah. Like, sure, maybe one or two, sure, but okay, how is that they're wrong? What do you mean with that question, Willie? Like, with who's, wrong? Like, with the people with the designs, or just, like, the designs themselves? The cubes with the pole axe is bad, cause why? Because they just think it's lazy. Like, they just think it's lazy. That's why. They just think it's, like, a lazy design. But then, like I said, like, when they try to do something new, like, you know, you got the Mushika with the added armor and whatnot, like the Ashimar part, so you have, like, some of the other suits that have some added things to them, it just ends up being like, oh, this design is ugly because it's just this existing suit, but they put, like, more stuff on it. But yeah. I just see this app game just make variants that make sense for some of them. Yeah, like... Again, I think, like, UC Engage just feels like it really got done dirty. Let alone ones that you think would have been made years ago, like the Roswell. Yeah, like, Roswell I feel like could be existing. That Zaku 3. I could definitely see the Mushika. Yeah, Full Armor J. The Mushika I can definitely see existing because, like, the Titans were just really going crazy in Advance of Zeta, so I could definitely see the Mushika actually being an Advance of Zeta suit. But, Like, really, like, yeah, like, I don't get it. Like, it's fine. It's fine if you don't like the designs. That's not the part about this that I am upset about. I am upset about the fact that I will see people, when it comes to UC Engage, they will absolutely hate the newer designs, but anything that looks remotely like the original stuff, with maybe just some changes, they'll say it's just lazy. So, like, again, it's literally like, what do you even want at this point? Like, what do you even want at this point? Really, the one I see bad is the Double Zeta one. I hate the red Gundam, but I like the white Gundam. Yeah, G-Quux is a whole nother can of worms. Even though they're the same. It's like a bigger cannon just because. Oh yeah, like, yeah, with the version of the Double Zeta from the crossover story, yeah. Honestly, I think I've heard pretty much all of those suits have, like, some type of complaint about them. The only one of those unique suits I don't think I've ever heard anybody diss is, like, the unicorn with the funnel. And the narrative with, like, the shield gatlings. I haven't heard anybody really say anything about that one, but yeah, the other one, that's another one where it's like, oh, it's just unnecessary additions, like, they could have just kept the suits the same, blah, blah, blah. The Hyper Mega Launcher Horse Rad. Yeah, it looks really good on it. Like, I wouldn't mind getting that as a suit in GBO2. Maybe they can finally VR support Unicorn or something. But yeah, like, G-Quux is its own can of worms, because, like, they showed designs for that. Everybody immediately just thought the designs were ugly. I hate imagining, I just imagine that as a new alt weapon. That'd be kind of funny. Actually, just see, like, the Double Zeta with, like, this big, massive cannon. It's EVA? Yeah, like, it's very EVA inspired, but, like, literally that's another one that just everyone immediately dismissed upon seeing, like, the designs and whatnot. And again, if you don't like the designs, that's fine. But, like, it's literally just the fact that, like, people have treated G-Quux designs like they are, like, a plague on the earth or something. Until the G-Quux Gian came out, the G-Quux Gian came out, and then everyone immediately 180'd on that. They saw the G-Quux Gian, and they're like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. Which, again, I think is kind of funny. Let's go to 300 for a bit. Let's do something a bit less intense than 700.
Commence preparations for sortie.
Have they never heard the word variant? Might go with Ifrit. I haven't played the Ifrit in a while. And Kakarot197 made a new video on this recently, so it feels right for me to play the Ifrit after that.
Team is set. Make your final preparations.
Also a Gym 2 with a Fadine. Yeah, the Gym 2 weapon tester. In the good old Titans coloration. Yeah, like, that's another one too. I can definitely see that suit existing in, like, Gundam lore. I don't think I've heard a lot of people talk about that one in terms of a design, because I was like, this was like before it got added to GBO2, so I don't think a lot of people knew about it like that.
Okay, meathead.
That I guess I'm kind of being a hypocrite here because I'm gonna be talking about the Advances Zeta reboot. But say what you will about UC Engage designs, at least their unique version of the Morrisai actually looks like the Morrisai. I absolutely hate the AOZ version of the Morrisai because it looks absolutely nothing like the Morrisai. So at least UC Engage understood the assignment. They knew what suit they were working with. A lot of these are like ones that are strange to be seen made now. Hey, speaking of the gym too, I think that's one right there. Actually, never mind. That might be a White Dingo gym. Actually, no, maybe not. I don't know. It's got a machine gun, whatever it is. Is that a regular gym? I'm trying to see its legs. I think this might actually just be a base gym.
Mobile suit destroyed. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Oh, I landed right into that. That was a bad move. I thought I could try to like get around him or something. It probably is just because of the app game no one liked. I mean, yeah, like again, I think just a lot of people hate UC Engage just because it's a mobile app. Which again feels very weird. I don't understand what it being a mobile app has to do with anything. Like, listen, I get UC Engage's gameplay is not the best, because I mean, really, it's not even like gameplay, the suits fight for you. But, like, come on, man, we should not be just instantly writing it off in its designs just because of that. Gotcha. I mean, yeah, but, like, people love SD Gundam G Generation Eternal, and that's a gotcha game, too. So, like, again, like, that really doesn't make sense. I think it's just more of the, you know, the gameplay is, like, the reason people don't like it. Because it being a gacha game makes no, like, that doesn't make sense, because, again, like, SD G Generation Eternal is really popular. It would have to be why.
Shake it off. Select your redeployment now.
Yeah, but yeah, like, it's just literally, yeah. Blue Archiving, this is an auto battler, I think. See, so here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. The gacha is optional. Well, I mean, not really, because if you want the EX units, or the, like, the UR units, if you want the ultra rare units in G Generation, you do, you know, you do have to get the, banners and whatnot. Like, you do have to do the actual gacha for those units, so, really, it's not optional. And to be fair, you can make the same, you can make the same engage as well, but the gacha is optional. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, there's plenty of times they've given us free units, so if you just like a lot of the free units, like, you could just use those. That and like the free pools, because we had, we still have Engage Day that happens, so. But yeah, like, again, it just feels weird that, like, UC Engage gets shunned while G Generation is celebrated. When they're both, like, mobile games. You would think people would have the same reaction to that based on the game's rep, but different audience. Yeah.
Damage is building up. Watch yourself. We've lost an allied unit.
Yeah. The other thing I hate too is like, I see a lot of people who just blindly hate on UC Engage's story, and they like get the story wrong. Like, so many people have gotten UC Engage's story wrong, too. This is something I've also brought up on stream, but it really just ticks me off. Like, yeah. I just find it funny that it being this equals bad. But yeah, UC Engage's story gets, like, bashed all the time. Which, like, it's not... UC Engage's story is not some, like, holy grail writing or anything, but it's not as bad as, like, I've seen everybody make it out to be. Can the protagonist stop crying and stop fighting for the bad guys? Well, like, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. I think that's the thing that people misinterpret with UC Engage. Like, everyone always brings up how it's like, oh, she's always fighting for the losing side, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you're completely missing the point of Peiche's story, how she's just kind of dragged into this. She's dragged into these conflicts. Most of the time, she really does not have a choice for the side that she is fighting for. Like, she really is, like, dragged along in all these events because of characters that she knows in her past relations are really just kind of dragging her into these scenarios. She really do be dragged into them, it seems like. Well, yeah, like, that's the whole thing. She's literally been getting dragged into these conflicts since the 1 year war. If you ask anybody about Peiche's character, I guarantee you no one can tell you she's a clone. She's supposed to be used like a tool. That's the point. She is literally a clone. She is literally a clone, which I guarantee you nobody could actually tell you because nobody probably cared about the story enough to actually do the research and notice that. She is literally a clone developed from the 1 year war used to test new type technology. She literally is a tool, and that is the whole point of the end of the story for her, where she actually stands up against Celine Ram. You know, she defeats her original. She finally makes a decision. And then, like, that's why she teams up with the Play clones that are there as well. She becomes friends with the Play clones. And they team up and they actually make their own decisions. That's, like, the whole point during the end. They make their own choice to not do this. And actually be themselves, not live up to the expectations that they were given, but to actually make up their own choices, make their own decisions. Like, she's a clone? Yes. Peiche is a clone. She's a clone of the final boss character, Celine Ram, who is the pilot for the Magnum Martel. She is literally a clone, and like I said, I guarantee you everybody who has ever tried to give some summarization of UC Engage's story could not tell you that. Freedom to not be weapons for the likes of the maniacs. Exactly! Exactly! That is like a good summarization of what I think UC Engage's story was going for. Again, does UC Engage have a perfect story? No. And does it convey that perfectly? Maybe not. Maybe that's why some people missed it. But, like, that is what you said, Willie. Freedom to not be weapons for the likes of maniacs is, I think, the main, like, that's like the main part of the story. Xeon made clones early in the 1 year war. Apparently, yeah, that's what they revealed in UC Engage, that apparently experimenting with new type clones had been going on since the 1 year war. So apparently they had been, like, practicing it for a while. I think it's just during the 1 year war, it's just like it was very early technology, so it wasn't perfect. So that's why, like, we don't have a bunch of, like, new type clones running around, during that time, but I think it's, like, supposed to build up to Double Zeta with that. Should have cloned the new type monkeys. Hey, I got a new Pursuit Assist score.
Here are this battle's rewards.
But yeah, I'm sorry I'm going on such a tangent about this, but like literally it just ticks me off so much when like people just jock up like the story of UC Engaged to just some girl fighting for the wrong side. Like literally like she had a choice in like half of these matters. There are going to be new type Xeon pilots because of it. I mean, I don't know. They really haven't done anything with it past Peiche. Which Peiche is a clone of Celine, and as far as they have shown, I don't think Celine had any more clones of her. So I'm going to assume, from what I remember, I think Peiche may have been like the one success. I don't know if they had any other successful clones at the time. So there probably weren't any other clones, because I think it's because Celine was like experimenting with it, so I think Peiche might be the only one from the 1 Year War. The play clone must be protected. Yeah. Why not clone Char then? Well, I mean, probably because they just didn't want to have the story, like, tie into that. Because I feel like if they did a Char clone, that would... well, technically Char clone exists already, that's full frontal, but maybe, I think for that time, it probably would have been confusing. They also don't really do much cloning beyond Puru and Glemmy. Jupiter Brain clones don't count. Good luck getting Char DNA. Yeah, I feel like Shaw would never willingly, like, have himself be cloned, honestly. Like, I just feel like that's not something Shaw would do. Frontal isn't even a clone. Well, I mean, I don't know, he's more of a, like, Shaw clone in the, you know, traditional sense of, you know, like, the other characters that are very similar to Shaw. But still, he pretty much just should be a Shaw clone at this point. He has, like, the same red drip, he has the mask. But, yeah, he's more of a Shaw clone in the, you know, traditional description of a Shaw clone. But, again, I think the reason why we don't have a lot of clones during the 1 Year Wars, again, I just don't think the technology was, perfected yet, so they really couldn't make... They couldn't make clones the way they made all the play clones in Double Zeta. I think they were very limited during that time with those, like, early experiments, so I think that's why, you know, we don't really have that. At least Peiche sounds like she had more sense in her story than the main character of Walpurgis does as a clone. Yeah, I mean, like, they make it make sense for Peiche. Like, it's not like it's unnecessarily weird for her to be a, like, clone or anything. Like, it's not even, like, weird or anything. Like, literally, I know the concept of, like, children fighting in the 1 Year War is not unheard of, but when we first meet Peiche, she kind of has a father. She kind of has, like, two father figures, I think. Like, she had one guy who she did consider to be her father, but he died, so she had to look up to the second father figure. But she never really had, like, a real father. So, like, yeah. UC Engaged needs an anime. That would actually be pretty cool. I would love if it got, like, a real anime adaptation to really flesh things out. I'd still say making a clone with new type potential in the 1 Year War is pretty iffy, especially seeing how the play clones are... cybers. Well, again, like Sev, that's why I keep saying UC Engage even has play clones that have failed new types. Well, yeah, I mean, they're important to the story too, though. Like, that's the whole point of their story. Like, they're in the same boat as Peiche, where they're trying to do their best, but, like, they learn to make their own decisions and not just be weapons. After they get repeatedly ridiculed for their failure, saying like, oh, like you're never going to be anything compared to Play 2. Like, do you even know who Play 2 is? Stop being Like, don't even try to compare yourself to her. Like, all of those play clones that are in UC Engage's story, all of their names are deviations of 0. That's how much of a failures they are. All their names are deviations of 0. I guess it did change a bit on how I think about that, as I don't know if I would see this as canon to UC. I mean, really, I think you can kind of just interpret it any way you want. Because, like, UC Engage is not really extremely connected to the main story, so you can kind of interpret it however you want. I mean, the only few things that are really connected... The only real things that are connected between UC Engage and, like, the main story is that, Peiche fights against Sima, during, like, Stardust Memory era when she's piloting the GBO2. And then... Really, the biggest one is that Peiche was friends with Rosemi. Oh, I mean with Valpyogus. Oh. Yeah, Valpyogus. Yeah, I watched like a whole summary on that. I really do not get the story. But... yeah, like, I mean, you see engaging, and I just think, like, the story for that gets... way too much hate, and again, it's because literally everyone who I've heard describe the UC Engage story was literally a UC Engage hater who probably didn't even play, like, the game. So yeah. The only thing about UC Engage with me story-wise is the GBO2, so for me it's in the gray area. She lost her dad's friend, sister, now the daughters. I think one of the play clones actually did survive. I don't know if all of them survived. I think 2 of them may have died, because they did show that one did survive. So I think one of them managed to make it through the battle with Celine, but I think the other 2 may have possibly died. I don't remember if the other 2 survived or not. But yeah, the GBO2... I mean, the GBO2, they do make it make sense in a way, because she's, like, the test pilot for it. And I guess, you know, it's before they made it, because, like, because don't they say in here, too, like, in this game's description, they say they went along with building it to begin with, and then they just changed it later on. Like, I feel like with the GBO2, they do make it makes, like, sense for the story. Gundam development proliferation. Stern booster. It was said it could surpass the approvals. However, since it was removed from the Gundam development official, they continued development on their own after the exterior armor and some of the components were replaced. So yeah, it does sound like they still built the GBO2, but they just changed it later. So I feel like the GBO2 could still fit into the main story, because I think by the time... I don't think Peiche was part of Anaheim at that point. Like, after Peiche was the test pilot for the GBO2... Well, the thing, Sev, is that after Peiche was the test pilot for the GBO2, she does find out about Anaheim and, like, kind of what they're doing, because she realized that the GBO2, while piloting it, its engine sounded very similar to the High Mobility Camper, because the High Mobility Camper used a lot of the same parts from the GBO2 that Anaheim had given the Zeon Remnant terrorists. So she finds out about that, and then she goes and leaves. She leaves Anaheim during that point, like, afterwards. So, I mean, she wouldn't have been there to stop them from secretly giving the GBO2 to Sima. Like, that whole thing that they had where, like, Sima was attacking the base and whatnot, and she had to fight her in the GBO2. That whole thing was staged, I believe. Like, it was a whole staged event, because I think Sima wanted to, like, fight against the GBO2. It was basically a combat trial that she wanted to set up. or like it was just like something was fabricated by Anaheim. So, after that, that's when she leaves. She ends up with the Titans, where they continue their new type research, and that's when she's friends with Rosemi. And I mean, really, I feel like the whole Zeta Gundam portion, I feel like Zeta Gundam is probably the most that UC Engage gets into. The director was a simp, Seema. But, I think the Zeta Gundam portion is really when UC Engage starts really dipping into the main story, because during that point, Peiche is friends with Rosemi. They actually both are pilots together, because they actually both pilot the Gaplant trainer together, the Gaplant test type, which is a two-seater. So they actually were both in there. Yeah, and Peiche was totally there when the Psycho Gundam Mark II got headshot. Yeah, well, they have that, yeah, when that happens, and then she actually fights against the Zeta Gundam. And again, like, that's really the closest you get to UC Engage dipping into the main storyline. But I mean, aside from that, it's a pretty isolated story that can, like, be enjoyed on its own. So, like, I think that's, like, the good thing about it, is that it doesn't try to, like, dip too much in, because it really allows it to just kind of do its own thing without it being too murky. So, I think that's good. Rosemi should have told Camille that he was fighting her friend. Well, I think she dies during that time. Like, Peiche is trying to stop Rosemi from, like, going on her rampage with the Psycho Gundam. She's trying to stop her, but she was gone mentally. Yeah, like, she was gone mentally at that point. Like, she was not in control anymore. And then, plus dead. So when when the Psycho Gundam does get headshot, that's when Peiche goes and fights the Zeta. The new type can still talk while dead. Well, that does happen, Okami, because after the fight with the Zeta, there's a cutscene that plays, and then Rosemi does show up as a new type ghost and tells Peiche, like, oh, like, don't worry, you know, yada yada, and then the fight ends from there. Like, he tells her not to worry, and, like, tells her, like, I think a bit about Camille, without, like, actually saying it's Camille, but, like, yeah, she does show up as a new type ghost after the fight with the Zeta Gundam in-game. Yeah, my big brother won't kill you. That's pretty much what she kind of said, yeah. Like, I think she, like, yeah, like, that's my big brother. Yeah, okay, bye. That's pretty much what happened. Be right back. I gotta get ghost busted by the Zeta's biosensor.
Come back in one piece, okay?
Commence preparations for sortie.
But yeah, like, that's just, like, this is what I mean when I say, like, people really did not look into Engage's story. They kind of just looked at it at a very bad surface level. And that was it. But he killed you? No, he doesn't. No, after the fight, like, the Engage Zero gets heavily damaged. The Engage Zero gets heavily damaged, and then the Zeta does end up leaving to go fight somewhere else. I still just say gray area, but fair enough. I mean, yeah, I mean, again, it really can be. I feel like UC Engage is, like, a pretty isolated story. I feel like even with the parts that dip into the main continuity, I feel like if you really wanted to ignore UC Engage, I feel like you could. Like, you don't necessarily have to consider it canon if you don't want to. Hello, Ragan Z. I think people don't like UC Engage because of the character of the main Gundam. It honestly just kind of feels like a mix of things with UC Engage, but I feel like a lot of it really is like blind hating. It's kind of like overall. You do have some out there not liking the Engage Zeros to look to. Yeah. Blind hate is part of Gundam. Yeah, Wagon, I don't know how long you have been here, but like we've been having like a whole discussion about like a lot of the newer Gundam series and whatnot, and how many of those seem to just get blindly hated, like immediately when they come out. Like things like UC Engage, Requiem for Vengeance, G-Quux, like all that stuff, Witch from Mercury. So we've been kind of on that for a while.
Make your final preparations.
It's just a Fem GPO1 with some Xeon influence, but whatever. Yeah, which is why, again, I just don't get, you know, again, like, if you don't like the design, that's fine, but, like, again, it just seems to be, like, it just kind of, you know, immediately gets, like, written off. I'm gonna go the heavy arms type. I haven't played this in a while. I like Requiem for Vengeance. Yeah, I think Requiem for Vengeance, in terms of its mobile suit designs, I think they kind of lightened up a little when people saw, like, how the suits looked in the actual series. Because, like, when they first showed the designs on those white backdrops, I'll admit, even I was, like, kind of like, oh, these designs really don't look the best. But when you see the suits in the environment that they are meant for, they do look a lot better. So, really, that was just more of a matter of perspective. I still remember seeing someone call the EX AI, and it's okay that it's a new low to see one by myself. Yeah, I remember seeing that, which is absolutely ridiculous. Ending is still bad for me, at least. I like how the gym can throw hands. Yeah, the gyms were kind of cool in that.
The catapult decks open. Mobile suit team, sortie in sequence.
But yeah, I feel like the designs got a lot of a like better reception when people actually saw them in the environment they were meant for. And it's got a mono eye, yeah. Which is also kind of cool. Just because they don't like the look of the Gundam and that. Stop. Yeah. I still hate the EX Gundam, rest assured. Well, I mean, again, like, that's just more, again, I feel like from what I've seen in general, the opinion lined up. Not everybody still think it turned out a lot better than what originally it was when the designs were first revealed. No one tell the protagonist's mom about the play clones. They make Xeon good, and that's the fans hated that. I mean, to be fair, I feel like in Gundam, neither side is really good when you look at it. I mean, 1 Year War Federation, I feel like they're a lot better, but like later on, we kind of see them change, but yeah. I mean, another thing too. I mean, there is a lot of like Xeon stories as well that we have gotten. Which, yeah, I feel like that might not be the case, because, like, yeah, we have a lot of, like, Xeon-based stories, like, with side stories and whatnot, so... I'm not sure if that would necessarily be the reason, unless it's just, you know, kind of how it's handled in the series. I didn't watch Requiem for Vengeance, I've only seen scenes from it, so I don't know the full story and, like, how everything plays out, but... we do have plenty of, like, the Xeon, like, again, like, Xeon side stories. They're both bad, Xeon is just much worse. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much, like, the main thing. If you like the design, Nito, it just doesn't do it for me. And yeah, well, that's, like, the point I've been trying to make, Sev, like, for a lot of the things I've talked about. Like, the designs are not going to be for everybody. I just feel like in some instances it's instantly used as like a case to like say everything about something is bad.
See you soon. We've lost an allied unit. Receiving an SOS from an ally.
Bad people are bad. Light gray versus dark gray. Hey, is that Shaw? Hey, is that Shaw? Oh, it's just a red comet. No, that's Johnny Raiden. Honestly, imagine a timeline where, like, Johnny Raiden was, like, more popular than Char. So everyone confuses Char for Johnny Raiden. I wonder how he would react to that.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. See you soon. We've lost an allied unit.
Amuro mistakes Johnny as Char. That actually sounds like a golden interaction. Not mind seeing that. That actually would be like an awesome interaction to see. Oh gosh, please move, move! Sorry, Makuve, I'm gonna come back here with you. Oh, I hit something. I don't know what I hit. Looks like I probably just hit a shield or something. But yeah, moral of the TikTok, not the TikTok, the TED Talk here. Here's the end of my TED Talk. Give the new Gundam series a chance, instead of just immediately bashing it.
We've lost an See you soon. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
don't go blind hate just because it's an heavy in it.
Has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Okay, that stone boss was way off. I don't know what I was aiming at. But the G-Quux director himself said that mecha anime is going to be dead in 10 years. What does that have to do with anything I said, though? I don't understand what that's got to do with anything. Yeah, I don't even understand what that has to do with, like, anything I just said about, like, blind hating something.
Making preparations for sortie. Canceling procedures.
The only problem is that more people get dumber, and anime gets shorter to make up for it. Honestly, I don't think it's necessarily a people are getting dumber thing. I think it's just many of these series are just not being made as long as they were before. Because like a lot of people say, like the thing with G-Quux is like I've heard a lot of people say like that series probably would have done better if it did have more episodes. Which it probably would have. I feel like from what I've heard for the G-Quux plot, like it seems like they could have given it more episodes to actually fit some more stuff in.
Good work out there. I handle pilot sorties for the whole making preparations for sortie.
Let's see, we're just gonna wait for this to finish up.
Good work out there.
G-Quux feels very underbaked and rushed. Yeah, that's like pretty much the most I've heard about it.
I've been waiting for you. Here, take this. That should be all you need to know.
Almost like it wanted to copy and paste Eva. I mean, it's by the same studio, so I mean, it's by the same studio, so. Let's see. G-Quux is more focused on the people than the mobile suits, because the mobile suits are just literally Eva. Let's see, what are the costs we have? 400, 650, 700.
Making preparations for sortie.
You could have had a balance with references in the story, and Suzy could have been, or should have been written better.
Sortie application.
Oh, 600 space.
Commence preparations for sortie.
I love the Jim, the Gelgook, the Big Zam, and the Zoc. Yeah, there are some designs in G-Quux that I think are actually really good. They went in all with the references, new people aren't going to get it. Yeah, there was so many videos that people were making when it came to like the references and whatnot. They probably could have dumbed those down a little. Probably just, kind of not have as many references, but yeah. The Psycho Gundam is so Eva. Honestly, I'm surprised there is no, like, explanation behind the designs, though. Because if this is, like, some alternate timeline created by Lala, like, they really don't give an explanation to why the suits are designed the way they are. In this timeline, because like we do see that like Lala had tried to put Char in other suits in different timelines and they're using the original design, so I mean that I kind of wish they maybe went into why the designs were like a bit different. One theory is that Shuji is the Turn A Gundam. So like wait, are we saying like he literally just is the Turn A? Lala wanted to make sure that Char survives more. Yeah, but like I just don't like I just mean like with the designs though. Like what's like is there any real reason for the designs being the way they are other than, it's made by the same studio who did Eva. So there's that, but I mean I don't know, I just think it's interesting. I think it's something like they don't need to dive into it, but I think it would have been something cool to see them dive into. To tell which is G-Quux and which isn't. Oh, yeah, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, again, I really don't mind G-Quux's designs. I think a lot of them are actually pretty cool. Mecha Anime will die in 10 years because they keep making new Gundam series aside from making the old Gundam, like the Crossbone. Like the Crossbone, Sentinel, F90, and Blue Destiny. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't actually tried to make any of these other series. If Lala can make a timeline, does that mean other new types can make timelines? I mean, I guess if she has enough of a crash out, or if that new type has enough of a crash out, I guess, because I feel like that's what happened with Lala. The ones they make are mid or worse. Only the G-Quux Lala can do timeline because of Eva. I don't even think it's necessarily an Eva thing. It's just like it's a very specific version of Lala, who was already from another timeline to begin with, who was from a timeline where Char died. So, I don't know what the whole thing with that is. Eva had timelines too. Well, I mean, I didn't watch Eva. I never watched it, so I wouldn't know. I don't know anything about Eva. The director really wanted to make his own Eva. The Eva director just wanted to involve with Gundam. He's a huge fan of Tamino. Dead Space. I know, we were doing so good too. We had some people in, and then they just kind of left. We actually, why do I still have like 3 bars up there? Like it's still like, I don't know. We'll just leave. We'll leave and try again.
Sortie application.
Because I really want to try the G cannon.
Commence preparations for sortie.
I think it bugged. Yeah, I think it may have bugged because, yeah, it had still had the 3 bars on top. Remember the 30% equals reload faster. Yeah, I've been trying it out in like the free practice mode, trying to get used to that. The lower the bar, the harder to queue games. Yeah, well I think like I said, I think it bugged out though, because like it had the 3 bars, like it had somebody in the room, but I was the only person in there. So I think it was actually bugging out. It did find 1 person though, so that's good. Everyone join. Yeah, everyone join in for 600 space. Everyone queue in right now. We have 7, well, one of those people's probably me. We should have 6 people in chat, so everyone join in. Everyone try to get into space. What do you think about the new Wing Endless Waltz? I think it's alright. It looks like a pretty balanced raid. Like, literally from like fighting against it and having it on my team, it just kind of looks like a balanced 700 4-star. I really don't have anything too impressive to say about it. Like, it just seems like good. It just seems just good for what it is. Great melee suit that flies. Yeah, that's probably the best way I've seen it described. Hey, we got 4 people. We're getting there. We might actually get into a space match. Mark II Cubeblade and the Heavy IO also got some nice changes. Yeah, I really need to start playing the buff suits. Better than the TV version on Steam. The zeros were too broken. Yeah. I'm hoping that when we finally end up getting the Wing Zero TV version, I'm really hoping that it gets some type of nerf around that time. Because I just realistically cannot see that suit being in console and not being as annoying as it is on Steam. Yeah, the TV one, yeah. I'll get the Endless Waltz once the monthly reset. Let's see, let's look at the GBO2 Reddit. Well, okay, no one's playing Space. No one's playing Space, let's just admit it. Fine, game, I won't play 600, because you hate me. Well, we'll go do Hound Hunt instead, because apparently everyone just loves to play on trenches, I guess. Everyone loves trenches, so we'll just go play that instead. Okay, so I've seen my first complaint about the Wing Zero here on the GBO2 Reddit for console. Somebody is saying that the Endless Waltz Wing Zero is broken, and that it has made the UC suits unplayable. Yeah, I don't know what we're yapping about here.
Make your final preparation.
The Sazabi, Sinanji, or even the Banshee have a counter on the Wing Endless Waltz. A lot of suits can counter the Wing Endless Waltz. I was doing like over 4,000 melee damage to that thing with the Gustav Call. Like, it's not, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, especially just there's so many people comparing it to, like, the Z and the Penelope. It's like we've had suits that can do a lot of what the Wing Zero can do for, like, a while now. Like, this isn't even, like, new information. Oh yeah, I got one of the white dingo snipers. Maybe he's a wing hater? Oh, maybe. I don't know. I mostly use the Z, so of course I'm screwed.
The enemy's captured a beacon. Getting jammed by the enemy.
I mean, yeah, honestly, I mean, I'd probably be more concerned to see maybe how the Tallgeese 3 forms. That's actually a general. I feel like Tallgeese 3 has a bit more going for it compared to the Endless Waltz Zero. Okay, well that missed. Situation battle be 2 dog teams. Yep. Tallgeese 3 might be a powerful melee gen. One thing just, you know, it being a general is just going to help it a bit more. compared to the endless waltz, you know, being a raid.
Enemy mobile suit destroyed. We've lost an allied unit. Enemy soldier eliminated. We've lost an allied unit.
Might be an effective all-arounder that's more melee.
Right there. You can shrug that off, right?
Alright, got the counter. It has the and skill, which apparently it has somewhere. Does it? Actually, did they show what its skills and stuff are? Because I know somebody, I think, posted the banner art of it on the GBO2 Reddit. So did they make like a news page for it on the website that like kind of explains it?
See you soon. Beacon overtaken. Supporting fire incoming. Clear out of the hot zone.
God, my aim is terrible.
You're getting jammed by the enemy.
I think from the site of that one time was related to the in-person event. Showing how the Norn, Angsha, and the Gale were doing. Oh, okay. So this is like from a while ago with this information. No, I was telling you it'd be off from there.
This one's a pitched battle. But
Oh, okay, so, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying now.
see you soon. You're getting jammed by the enemy. We've lost an allied unit. Enemy mobile suit destroyed. Damage is building up. Watch it. A bomb's been planted in our base. You're getting jammed by the enemy. Enemy mobile suit destroyed.
My nephew thought I was talking to a friend, so I had to explain we aren't friends.
This op's got 2 minutes to go.
What is this? That's the gym command. I think they will have it be changed since the Perfect Gundam key also was when it was added on PC.
Things much harder. See you soon. We've lost an ally.
It's funny that it's more concerning to them than the hackers, but oh well.
Clear out of the hot zone. Long range supporting fire is a go. This op's got 1 minute to go. Don't
Yeah, I saw this mentioned on, I think, on the GBO2 Reddit,
the enemy took damage.
with like AU now being in console, and it's like, I think somebody mentioned, like, they wouldn't be surprised if the PC version of GBO2 was shut down. Which honestly I could absolutely see happening. I feel like with how many issues the PC version of GBO2 has, I would not be surprised if they just end up ditching it at some point.
Getting jammed by the enemy.
Why not add wing anniversary? That's like the only reason we're getting all these wing suits. It's really because of the anniversary.
Lost an allied unit. Time has run out.
Hackers are really on an issue. I only meet a hacker once in 3 weeks. Oh, I did pretty good stat-wise. It's still not okay, no matter how rare it is.
Here are this battle's rewards.
Yeah, well I think it's also kind of showing too, like the only time they tried to even do anything was when hackers were giving themselves tokens. So of course the moment it dips into their profits, that's when they immediately try to do something, which again is kind of sad. But yeah, I'm gonna hit the restroom real quick, so I'll be right back, and then we'll continue the stream. Probably just play some more of the situation battle. Alright, we are back. Free token, now you get punished using the boss unit. Hackers are evil. Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen it on console. It still has been, not on console, but on the PC version, I've still seen it as a bit of an issue that, like, pops up.
Come back in one piece, okay?
Commence preparations for sortie. Beam is set. Make your final preparations. battlefield. The catapult decks open. Mobile suit team, sortie in sequence.
Hey, we got the Black Dog Spartan. I will say, when it comes to playing this situation battle, this is probably some of the best luck I've gotten when it comes to the sides I've been getting, because I've played on pretty much both sides so far.
The enemy's captured a beacon. We've lost an allied unit. Enemy mobile suit destroyed. Right there. You can shrug that off, right? Damage is building up. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. The mobile suit can't take much more. Eject.
Let's see, I got these grenades. I'm just gonna throw these.
We've lost an allied unit. Supporting fire incoming. Clear out of the hot zone. The mobile suit has been destroyed. We've lost an allied unit. Shake it off. Select your redeployment now. We've lost an allied unit. See you soon.
Okay, other Jim Spartan spawned in. Oh, he's trying to go capture the beacon. Yeah, they're trying to capture the beacon. Well, maybe. I don't know. We really can't capture it right now. I feel like that was the plan, though.
Enemy mobile suit destroyed.
Right, got that gun cannon.
You gotta capture beacons to control the battlefield. Right there. You can shrug that off, right? An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Damage is building up. Watch yourself.
Alright, let's see. Let's capture the point.
Beacon over.
See if I can try to get some repairs in.
Supporting fire incoming. Clear out of the hot zone. Damage is building up. Watch yourself. The mobile suit can't
So anyway, while the endless waltz be very cool, I decide if I do want it or not.
We've lost an allied unit. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. See you soon. We've lost an allied unit. Long range.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool, but again, not something that I would personally go for.
Confirmed. It's rough out there.
I do be liking the look of the Tolgis 3 though. That might be a bit more tempting in comparison.
Long range supporting fire is a go. Firing has stopped.
I'm not sure if I really want to get any of them though, because I feel like after this, once both of these suits are out of rotation, I'm probably gonna stop playing 700 as much as I've been recently. I've been trying to play 700 more than I had in the past, because I kind of just stopped playing it as much. But I feel like after these two suits, depending on what they release next, I'll probably just move on to just other cost again. Especially since I still have like plenty of suits that I want to like make videos of and talk about.
Supporting fire incoming. Clear out of the hot zone. This op's got 2 minutes to go. We've lost an allied unit. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Damage is building up. Watch yourself. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. The mobile suit can't take much more. Eject.
On one end, it's my favorite wingsuit, but also the Hazel 2 Raw is now a thing at some point.
This op's got 1 minute to go. Don't give up now. Supporting fire incoming. Clear out of the hot zone.
That might be a 4-star, most likely.
We've lost an allied unit.
I mean, I guess if you want to wait on it, and like try to wait for the, you know, Raw 2, I mean, that might be a good call. I mean, I guess it just depends, like, which one you want more.
We've lost an allied unit. See you soon. We've lost an allied unit. Time has run out.
It's more that I want this, the Hazel, the Hazley, and most importantly, the Freedom. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Here are this battle's rewards.
I don't know, I'm still waiting on, like, the same one suit to get released. It's still weird to me how we still have not gotten the Magna Martel yet. I still don't understand how we have not gotten that suit added to the game yet. That is another suit that should have been added, like, how long ago? Like, that suit should have been in the game already, so it's very weird that it just never got added. Like, I don't know what they're waiting for. I would like only have 405 by October 1st. Yes, I counted, so it's like I would not be able to have all three. Oh. Yeah, I'm not really sure what would be the best course of action in that scenario. Last thing I spent it on was the X1. Alright, failed matchmaking. We'll just try again then.
I handle pilot sorties for the whole camp, making preparations.
I was blessed
for
with the
sortie.
free burger a week later, so that's nice.
Sortie application
Yeah.
accepted.
Commence
I think I mentioned that those
preparations for
those free pulls have just been really generous. Now I just need him to add the Denon guy. That's like the only other suit I want him to add, is like Denon guy at this point.
Team is set. Make your final preparations.
Alright, let's see. After this last player readies up, let's see what suit we end up getting this time. I've been getting a good variety of suits. I don't think I've gotten a repeat suit yet from what I have played, so that's been good. I've been kind of getting all the different units.
Heading to the battlefield.
Most likely be a skip since the Endless Waltz has plenty of light games for me to play with it in. Okay, we are on... Looks like Black Dog Squad? Oh hey, Black Rider, okay. I haven't gotten the Black Rider yet, so that's good. Even if it still hurts, I might not be able to in GBO2. I mean, hey, you never know. Maybe you'll get it in a future banner out of luck.
Beacon overtaken. The enemy's captured a beacon.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Beacon overtaken.
Bruv, there was no way you see me.
Light damage. You can shrug that off, right? Enemy mobile suit destroyed.
You can see them footsteps, but I feel like I was like already kind of hidden before they even saw where I was.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Mobile suit destroyed.
Where's that pilot going?
Supporting fire incoming. Clear out of the hot zone. Enemy soldier
There we go, got him.
beacon overtaken. The enemy's captured a beacon. We've lost an allied unit. We've lost an allied unit. We've lost an allied unit. Damage is building up. Watch yourself. Your mobile suit can't take much more. Eject. Special ascent activated. Your mobile suit has been destroyed. Shake it off. Select your redeployment now.
Oh, let's see, I might.
Beacon
Yeah,
overtaken.
well,
We've
I was
lost
gonna
an
say I'll
allied
call in
unit.
support fire, but like nobody's over there.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile
So if I
suit.
spawn in, I probably won't do too good. Hold on.
See you soon.
Hey, buddy. Buddy. What are you doing back here?
Enemy soldier eliminated.
What are you even piloting?
Enemy mobile suit destroyed.
Yeah, you will not. You're not gonna try to get the base bomb behind our back.
Destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
I am the stealth unit. You are not.
You can shrug that off, right? Enemy mobile suit destroyed. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. We've lost an allied unit. Enemy mobile suit destroyed.
They're going for the base. Somebody stop them!
He's got the advantage right now.
I don't know if anybody got him or not, but I need a focus right here.
Well, I'll be gone. You're mowing him down. A bomb's been planted in our base.
Oh yeah, they managed to get to the base.
Enemy mobile suit destroyed.
Wrong weapon. I wanted my grenade launcher.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. An ally is defusing a bomb. Damage is building up. Watch yourself.
Okay, looks like somebody. Yep, somebody got it. Okay.
This op's got 2 minutes to go. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Supporting fire incoming. Clear out of the hot zone.
welcome me. Welcome back.
This op's got 1 minute to go. Don't get sloppy now. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. We've lost an allied unit. See you soon.
Who do we got? Alright, White Dingo. I'll go Selma. Alright, that rocket at me. You made it personal! Heck, what did I get hit by? I don't even know who attacked me. GBO2 special, and it's obvious I would want to have each AU rep in my collection. One really cool thing I was about to know, I was able to know to do in GBO2 was complete every monthly mission. Hey, top individual. First place, this is probably the best I've ever done with the Black Rider. I don't think I've ever gotten results this good before. And hey, got some DP. Always nice.
Making preparations for sortie. Come back in one piece, okay?
Alright, I think I might do one more of these before wrapping things up. I had enough tokens to reach 285. Alright, I have not gotten a single repeat suit, so let's hope this last match is not something that I haven't played already. Isn't that a nice achievement to actually do that? I did not think I would ever do. Yeah, I rarely ever do. I rarely complete the not the limited missions, but the monthly missions. I really don't get them complete until like near the end of the month, where I'll usually reach at least gold rank. Like, very rarely do I reach platinum, unless it's like an event or something, where they give us like enough extra stuff to like make up for it. Okay, well, on the White Dingo team. Oh, it's a gym. I've had this one already. I've had the White Dingo gym. Oh, unfortunately, last repeat. But I mean, I didn't play it on stream, so I guess it's, you know, works either way.
Commencing operation.
Why am I all the way over here? I'm on like the left side of the map.
The enemy's captured a beacon. Beacon overtaken. The enemy's captured a beacon.
Alright, let's see what we can find here.
Beacon overtaken.
Well, I see. Okay, well, the White Rider missed their shot, so that buys us some time. We don't have to worry about that. Hey. Okay, there's a lot of activity over here. Alright, got that support fire coming down. Having to get Johnny Gelgook for both 500 and 550 were added in the monthly suits. Maybe even the white if it was still at the time.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Shake it off. Select your redeployment now.
I still haven't found the gym command in this mode.
See you soon. You're getting jammed by the enemy.
And my teammate just kind of left me here.
We've lost an allied unit. Long-range supporting fire is a go. Enemy mobile suit destroyed. Firing has
The Black Dogs have the gym command as well as the gym sniper custom. Yeah, they didn't put the gym sniper custom in this one, I guess since they had the White Rider as like their main support. But I guess White Dingo doesn't have any raid suits though, because none of their suits here are raids.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Enemy mobile suit destroyed. We've lost an allied unit. You're getting jammed by the enemy. Damage is building up. Watch it. Your mobile suit can't take much more. Eject.
I haven't gotten the Gym Spartan or G either. I haven't gotten that suit.
Supporting fire incoming.
So
Clear out of the hot zone.
yeah, there's definitely still some suits that I could get from this. At least like ones I could play.
An enemy mobile suit. We've lost an allied unit.
Which, yeah, I'll probably just save it for
The enemy
probably next week. I'll probably play this again. Try to get some more matches with it.
We've lost an allied unit. Bomb's been planted and
Oh, come on.
damage is building up. It's rough out there, but don't give up. Your mobile suit can't take much more. Eject. An ally has destroyed an enemy
Okay, support fire. Well, the tank is over here. It's low on health, but I'm going to use it anyway. Never mind, I'm going to eject. And I'm going to go for the control point. Never mind, I'm going to die.
See you soon. We've lost an allied unit. Gundam's got 1 minute to go. Don't give up now. Light damage. You can see. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. We've lost an allied unit. Enemy mobile suit destroyed.
I just realized in the entire discussion we've had about talking about, like the newer Gundam media, I did not bring up, Code Fairy.
Supporting fire incoming. Clear out of the hot zone. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Time has run out.
Like, I just kind of completely forgot about Code Fairy being up there with the newer stuff.
Defeat is a lesson. We'll win next time.
Which, to be fair, I feel like I haven't heard a whole lot of people talk about Code Fairy. Like, people talked about it when it came out, but then after that I feel like really never heard anything about it, and like what the general reception to Code Fairy overall was.
Making preparation. Canceling procedures. Good work out there.
Alright, let's see if I have anything to claim. Oh, which I know I have some DP, but I don't know if I got anything else.
Oh, there you are. I've been waiting for you. Here, take this. That should be all you need to know.
Let's see, I'll take that. Is there anything on the DP store I can even buy? I know there's like the weapons for like the new level suits they did, but I don't have that, I don't have that. I mean, really, it's just not worth me buying any of these until I actually get these suits sometime in the future. Actually, no, I think I have... Well, I have this, the level 3... I'm pretty sure I have the level 3 Jetta as well, but I don't have the other stuff, so, yeah. Not really anything worth getting. Alright, yeah. But, yeah, again, surprisingly, I did not talk about Code Fairy. What even is, like, the reception for Code Fairy? Because it just kind of seems like it's largely forgotten more than anything. We need more Code Fairy. The last mission's on extra. Is this the end? Yeah, I think it's gonna be it for the matches and whatnot. So unless anyone has anything else we want to talk about, you know, kind of open to anything. We do need more Code Fairy. Yeah, I think Code Fairy did have some interesting concepts and whatnot, and I did really like a lot of the mobile suits they had, so I wouldn't mind seeing some more, like, Code Fairy media. I wish Code Fairy did space missions. That would be kind of cool, yeah. Like, I feel like that'd be an interesting thing if they did do, maybe a sequel to Code Fairy that actually had space missions on it. I think that'd be, like, an interesting thing to try out. Especially since in this game, I do believe the Titania can be used in space. So if they just want to give Alma her main suit as, like, a follow-up, like, they could absolutely. Like, you do have space compatibility with this suit, so I feel like it is absolutely possible. You just need to give the other characters, like, space suits. But, yeah, Code Fairy, I feel like Code Fairy could probably do, like, yeah, also a Federation side instead of the rare case. Yeah, Federation side would be kind of cool, having like a Federation side story. And I say hopefully someday that there will be a sequel that takes place in the Grips War. That'd be pretty cool. I would absolutely love that if they did like one that took place during Zeta. That would be amazing. Honestly, I feel like they could just kind of do like Gundam Battle Operation Code like stuff games. Like they could kind of have like Code be like a new version of like Side Story, which I think would be kind of cool. I would wonder if the Black Dogs will join the Titans. I definitely could see the main guy for the Black Dogs, like the squad leader. I could definitely see him joining the Titans. I think he would absolutely like do that. So, like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool because it could be like a rivalry kind of thing where they kind of meet up. I think it would be also kind of cool too because, you know, assuming Alma would be with the AUG, it would be also kind of cool if Lilith also joined the AUG, so that way we could kind of see them working together because they kind of became friends, I think, throughout Code Fairy from what I remember. So, like, it'd be kind of cool to have it where we could have missions with them working together. I think that'd be a neat thing. Don't throw the Cyber New type in the line of fire. You know how expensive it is to make. They're cool by the end of it. Yeah, so they could definitely have both of them, like, in the AU together, and then, like, again, like, have them working together, which I think would be a very cool concept. And that also means we get some new, like, Zeta theme suits as well, so I would definitely be all up for that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how Code Fairy did in terms of, like, sales and whatnot, though, so I don't know if they have a sequel planned. But again, I think, like, even if they don't necessarily continue Code Fairy's story, I think, like, using the Gundam Battle Operation Code kind of title would be cool as, like, a new generation version of, like, side stories. Because, like, I feel like with the GBO2 game style, like, gameplay style, I feel like you can do a lot with it, and I feel like what they showed with Code Fairy, you can make, like, a story mode and whatnot, so I absolutely feel like they should kind of revisit that concept and just make that the new side stories. I think that would be absolutely amazing if they actually pursued that. The Titans with another experimental mobile suit. I could yeah, I could see that being like the plot, maybe. But yeah, that really is all I kind of have for the stream. Really, yeah, that it, yeah. What was supposed to be a video about the AU suits being added into GBO2, I think just ended up being more me talking about UC Engage for like the umpteenth time, and how I think it's underappreciated. Gundam Operation 2 Code Elf. That could be kind of interesting. It could be kind of just code anything, though, really. Nice having you back after your summer trip of some kind. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. Got some stuff that hopefully I'll try to make videos on. Code Zeta. Code Zeta, yeah, just call it Code Zeta. But yeah, I think they could do something like that. I would absolutely love a Zeta themed side story, because I don't think there really is one, is there? Like, I feel like none of the side stories, there really isn't anything specific to Zeta, is there? Code New. Code Uni. Yeah, it's just all gonna be code in like the series. That's Code Horse, good sir. Code Stallion. Yep, goodbye, Willie. Yeah, I think that's going to be, again, it for the stream. I don't really have too much else. Code Birdie. Oh, that's gonna be narrative. Yeah, those would all be pretty cool concepts. Again, I would really love for them. I do need to play Code Fairy itself someday, though. Whatever Alec from the Crown of Leaves said, yeah. Yeah, but definitely, I definitely hope that's something that they do in the future. Again, I do need to play the actual Code Fairy. I just haven't gotten it yet because as far as I've seen, it hasn't been on sale, and I am cheap, so I was waiting for it to go on sale. I don't think it ever did, so that's kind of what I'm waiting for, but one of these days, maybe, but yeah, that's not really going to be everything I have for this Saturday stream here. As usual, going to be a video up tomorrow and Wednesday. Else I'll invite you to 1v1 with the suits. But yeah, video up tomorrow and Sunday. I mentioned this in the first stream at the beginning. I need to mention it in this one at the end here. So, there is going to be a bit of an oopsie with tomorrow's video, where I just end up confusing, like, the Wing Gundam and the Wing Gundam Zero and, like, the Wing Gundam Endless Waltz. I just confuse all these different Wing Gundam variants, so throughout tomorrow's video, I accidentally refer to the basic Wing Zero from Steam as just the Wing Gundam for some reason. I don't know why I had such a brain fart moment. I didn't remember it or recognize it until today, and the video goes up tomorrow, so yeah, I don't want to go through all that, just like trying to re-record it, just that, so just so those who are here know, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a weird thing in that video, but other than that, you know. To be fair, I say WZ after WZ Endless Vaults. Yeah, I don't know, like, for some reason, my mind just kind of thought that Steam had the base Wing Zero. Not the Wing Zero, they had the base Wing Gundam and not the Wing Zero. That's where the issue kind of came in. So basically, if you're watching tomorrow's video, if I say Wing Zero, I'm referring to the Endless Vaults version. If I say Wing Gundam, I'm referring to the Steam one. That's how it goes. But yeah, that's gonna be everything for the Saturday stream here. I'm gonna stop yapping because I did it enough already throughout this stream. So yeah, you know, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Again, video is going to be up tomorrow and one on Wednesday. Make sure to pop the TV on screen. Yeah, video up tomorrow, video up Wednesday. Again, I'm hoping to make some more shorts like I did with the high grade Red Gundam. I do want to make some more shorts on some other things I have been, you know, building and just kind of getting in general. So, yeah. Make sure to pop the TV on screen so the confusion doesn't happen. Well, I mean, the video's already up. The Gundam told me to say it. Yeah, the video is already up. It's just private at the moment because I need to go finish putting the thumbnail and description and everything up. So the video's already up. I'm already, like, way past adding, like, the picture there. But yeah, I'm gonna get off the stream because now I'm just yabbering on. So yeah, I hope everyone has a good rest of the night. And yeah, it's good to be back. So I will catch you all in the next one. Later.